Hi, welcome to Yellow Slate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters.
Today we have with us Miss Mukta, who works as an English educator at Vishwa Vidyapeeth Magadha branch, which is located in Bangalore. To get to know more details about the school, let's have a conversation with her. Hi, ma'am.
Namaste, sir.
So, ma'am, to begin with, what inspired you to become an English teacher in the first place?
That's a very interesting question. Definitely the love for reading books and also the characters in a story, novel. Basically, I'm into drama, fiction, and all. So when I read them, I feel like I'm one of the character. So that has more and more engaged me into the subject. And hence, at the end of the day, I am into English literature.
So, can you also talk about how you adjust your lessons to fit different learning styles? And how does that connect to Vishwa Vidyapeeth values?
Yes, definitely. I would love to talk in detail about this because our school follows a very unique method of teaching. It's called neural teaching. And this particular method of teaching, which caters to the understanding of a child, I'll not say that in a very scientific way, I'll not go into that. On a layman language, I'll say that it caters to the emotion and the brain development of a child. So in neural education and this kind of learning and teaching, it caters that a child should feel positive and happy in a classroom, in an environment. So if more of the happy hormones are there in the classroom, they'll be much interested in the learning. So that's what I follow. I follow neural education here, bringing a positive mindset in the student. And also in neural, we do a little bit of background learning and research of the student, and hence it helps us to understand the child better. And the development of the child or every age, the brain development is different. So keeping all this thing in background in our mind, we plan our lesson plan accordingly. We also have like we don't call a child as a slow learner or an achiever. We call them as orchid or dandelions. So we have prepared a differentiated worksheet for them. When we enter the classroom, we start with questions which will help them to, challenge their understanding or build a kind of curiosity in them. For example, when we talk about a poem by William Wordsworth, Daffodil, I will take along with me different flowers, real flowers. I'll ask them, show them, and ask them their own, which is their favorite flower. Daffodils will never come to their mind. They will take roses or sunflowers, something like that. So somewhere I'll connect the understanding, and the child whom we call as orchids, the slow learners, they'll also get interested in what I'm speaking and what the peers are also giving the answers. Then how is the interest is curated in a child in a classroom. So I work mostly on neural concept when it comes to teaching.
Can you share a success story of a student who made progress in your school by following these methods and what made the actual difference?
Yeah, we have a child in grade 10 right now. Her name is Tanisha. I met her in grade 7. She was quite shy and introvert initially. So when I met her on the very first day, she hardly spoke to me, but I gave them to write something. And the way she has described the entire thing, it immediately clicked me, and I understood that child is very good at writing, but she has somewhere a fright or fear of speaking it aloud in front of everyone. So I usually in the classroom, whenever the small achievement of Tanisha is always appreciated. We always appreciate her writing. We always in the classroom motivate her to be a part of the role play or storytelling. So from there, initially she used to hesitate, not talk. But right now, with the continuous effort on this, now I can see her that yes, she is not leaving her mic right now. She is eager to anchor each and every school event. So I have seen that, there will be students who are good at writing, maybe not good at speaking, but the more you give them small opportunity, first in a small environment like a classroom, bring them upfront, allow them to talk, and then create that confidence, applaud them, motivate them, and then they're ready for the bigger stage.
Can you also talk about what kind of events you conduct to make sure that they develop their public speaking skills?
Yes. See, we as CBSE always encourages like that we have multiple assessment. We should have self-assessment, we should have peer assessment. So keeping all this mind, keeping all this thing in mind, what we do is definitely role play, and then we have debate competition extempo, which we also conduct in the classroom. And apart from that, also we also have inter-school and school competitions on these topics too. But keeping in smaller scale in the classroom, we definitely go for role play, storytelling, debate competition, extempo. Then we also have PowerPoint presentation where, again, technology comes into play because it's kind of a flip learning for them. I give them a topic or a poem and they come with the understanding of the poem and they present in front of the class. And so that's helped them, to at least face a smaller crowd. And once they feel themselves confident in front of smaller crowd, they're ready for the bigger crowd.
So can you also talk about how does the school help you in taking that liberty of initiating something for the children so that they understand the subject in a better way?
Yes, definitely. Our school and the management and the teachers and our academic staffs, they're all very supportive and encouraging. Like we have a assembly. In the assemblies, we have special assemblies. Like on Thursdays, every Thursday, we have special assembly. So we get a topic, and on that topic, whether we can do a dance drama, a musical drama, or a skit, or we can do a singing, dancing too. So when it comes to literature, definitely we go for skit presentation, and those are the platforms given by the school to help the student to showcase their talent and also to make them more confident to face the crowd. Apart from that, school also helps us in for the webinars, to attend all webinars, to attend CBSE workshops, then subject-specific workshops or competency-based workshop. That also help us, especially me as an English teacher, to groom and update ourselves on the CBSE. So as a teacher, our school is always trying us to be updated in our particular subject or in our overall curriculum.
Ma'am, in this current generation, using technology is a daily part of life. So how do you make sure you're using your technology in the right way in your teaching style?
Yes, definitely. And moreover, due to COVID, technology has become very a part and parcel of teachers' life in today's time. Before that, in the traditional method, it was always a lecture method. When the teacher used to come to the classroom, they used to deliver the lecture and they used to leave the classroom. But because of technology, our school, every classroom has a smart board. So we have the liberty to present the PowerPoints, also present videos related to the topic. And then also we have in our school is called Step and Learn. Step and Learn is an interactive platform, digital interactive platform where already they have installed some topics over there related to our subject. For example, grammar. The topics like noun, pronoun, adjectives, adverbs, all the worksheets are uploaded there. So I take the students over there. So they enjoy that platform. So it's a platform on the monitor is on the screen. The worksheets reflects on the ground and they have to step on it. They have to step on the correct answer. So it brings a kind of a kinesthetic, environment there where they involve themselves in competition. Like, yes, I'll give them more number of correct answers. And also it's a visual learning for them. Audio learning, visual learning, and kinesthetic is also there through Step and Learn. And also we have our computer lab where we allow students to go and research on any topic and come up with their own understanding of the concept.
So, ma'am, like you mentioned earlier in the beginning of the interview that you used to love reading books, you still do. So that's what made you to become an English educator. So how do you make sure that you develop a love for reading in your students, and how does the school encourage in this aspect?
See, you should come and see our school library. It is, what to say, it's a mini library of a big encyclopedia, you can say. It has everything in it, right from Shakespeare to William Wordsworth to Ruskin Bond to John Keats. So there is ample stories and poems for them to read. We have a reading corner in our library where we cater to their particular choice of book. If you see, as you have mentioned me earlier, that there are different diverse academic level students. How do you cater them? Some like fictions, some like non-fictions. So they select the books accordingly. They sit there, they read, and they share what they have learned in that reading time with their peers. So that exchange of ideas and knowledge is also happening there. So there's also help them to maybe, certain areas where they have never ventured before, because the peer have gone through that particular road. They have now gotten interest in that particular road too. So it helps that particular, that reading corner and also library classes, and also the abundance of book that we have in our library helps us, actually, the students and me, to open the door of imagination and learning and understanding.
So can you also talk about what kind of suggestion that you want to give to the parents to actually develop a love for English as well at home?
Our school also subscribe the NIE newspaper. So NIE newspaper is also a window to a broader world. So that newspaper which they read at school, also they take it home. So if parents are aware of it, they can also ask them to go through the newspaper, because it's not only reading about some stories or characters, it also as a window to multiple career options, multiple ideas regarding creativity and writing, and also competitions. So parents can take care, the one that has been subscribed by the school and given to them, they can ask them to monitor them to read the newspaper. And also whenever they are asking for any, like screen time, they can also sit down with them, and when they're watching something, they can also tell them the story or the moral behind the particular story what they're watching, the screen time. It also helps them to connect to the story. The more they connect to the story and the understanding, the value attached to that particular story or whatever they're watching, they'll grow interest to read more.
So ma'am, can you also talk about how do you make sure that the shy students are also being taken care? Because English is always about communication.
See, whenever we have those students who are orchid and they are shy, first of all is that you should have a good rapport with them. They should have trust in you, and then the belief that you are here to take care of the emotional part, where they always try to hide it from the others. Because why they are shy? Because they're trying to hide something from others. They don't want to be, laughed at. So if you're taking care of the emotional part, they will definitely open up to you, and definitely the progress will be there from being introvert to an extrovert. A teacher is not just a teacher. Sometimes we have to also, beyond being a teacher, we have to build a good rapport with them. The moment you build a good rapport with them, they start trusting you. When they trust you, they start giving the best to you, because they don't want to disappoint you. They want to bring out the best they have in front of you. They want to always come up good in front of you. So they want to always keep up to your words, keep up to your expectation. So what I believe is that when a child is a little bit slow in something or not being able to express, a teacher should lend an extra hand to that child, spend more time with the child. Then for that also our school has extra remedial classes or enrichment classes. Another, we ask the child to stay back. So those are the time where one-to-one session with the child can happen. And that has helped me to bring out child like that from that cocoon to the outside world, where they can, talk to the others, mingle with others with confidence. And more time you spend with them, they're going to love the subject because they love you.
Ma'am, can you talk about the evaluation process being followed at the school? What exactly is the exam pattern?
Definitely, we follow the CBSE pattern. There will be formative and summative assessment, like the term one, term two, and that is the traditional way, as this is a CBSE school. Apart from that, we also have quizzes, oral assessment, and then we have oral presentation, then we have peer assessment, we have self-assessment. We also have called peer teaching as an assessment. Peer teaching is a very unique concept in our school. Peer teaching, for example, the higher grade students will go to a lower grade classroom and they'll take a topic which they're currently studying, and they will teach them. So we assess the higher grade student on how they're teaching the juniors. So that is also one assessment which we do. Is we keep them under multiple assessment. Apart from that, also we have, as I told you, the normal assessment, and also we have self-assessment, reflective writing. It help them to come to the understanding what they have understood. So these are the other assessment which we follow apart from the regular assessment by CBSE.
Ma'am, to conclude our interview, what do you think is the USP of Vishwa Vidyapeeth Magadha? And why should parents choose this school in particular among the best schools that are available in Bangalore?
I have also worked in many schools in Bangalore, but this school stands unique because this school is not only talking about academics that all other schools talk to, but this school caters that a child is deeply rooted to the Indian culture, tradition, and values our heritage. At the same time, they become a 21st century citizen with technology, with understanding what's happening outside. They cater to both the needs. It's a truly global Indian school And this is one unique thing which I like about this school. They it's not only they're talking it, they're implementing it too. Through our experiential learning tours, the educational tours are not for only relaxation. We don't go for recreation as an educational tool. When we take them for educational tool, we mean it that it's an educational tour with little bit of entertainment. Recently, in the month of July, we went to Bhopal for our educational tour. And there also went to Mao. In Bhopal, we went to the army military cantonments. In Bhopal, also we went to the cantonments. We went there to give them exposure to the life of an army personnel. We stayed there. We stayed with the cadets. We have seen their daily life, morning, what they do, physical activities, and how the day passes by. We had dinner with the cadets. So the child had one-to-one interaction with the cadet. So they have understood that what is actually an army life is. So when it comes to this kind of experiential learning, the school really stands out. At the same time, we went to Bhopal, we went to Manav Sangrahalaya, the museum, to give them the idea of the unique cultural heritage that we hold in India, so that they value what the tradition and culture mean to us. So these are the very unique thing about the school which stands out from rest of the other school. We take our Bhagavad Gita classes very seriously, right from pre-primary to grade 10, which teach them Bhagavad Gita. We also teach them the essence of the book. It's not just reciting the slokas or chanting the slokas. It's also understanding and implementing those values in real life scenarios. We also have a program called Annadata Sukhi Bhava, which means like we take them to orphanage or old age home. We spend time with them. We try to spread happiness, the joy and happiness with them, and also be gratitude and humble. Like as whatever life has given to us, we should always honor and respect that. So those values, Indian values, traditions, and all are incorporated in the school, and they take it very seriously. Now, when you talk about technology, we also have a very one of unique space lab here, Nambi Narayan, and this one Antariksh Kala Kshetra, that is a space lab inaugurated by Dr. Nambi Narayan. And we have teachers who have come from the scientific backgrounds, and they come and they teach the students. We also have math lab, that is the Madhava Ganita Kala Kshetra. There also we have collaborated with Sit to Sapling. They come here and they take classes with us, the students. Those classes are like the real life application of the knowledge which they have learned in the classroom. Like why science, if they have learned force, then what is force, will they know the definition, but application is done in those hands-on activity classes which we have under our math lab and science lab, and taken care by the Sit to Sapling people. We also have, as I told you, the space lab. So there also we have people, who teach us, the students, how the things are being done in the space. So they get an unique exposure to different fields and places, pairs.
It was great having a conversation with you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for
Same
joining
here.
and
Thank
sharing
you.
your
It's my pleasure to be here, sir. Thank you.